Hey everyone, how are you? Um, I was not going to make a video right now because I have the world's biggest migraine, but this is something that I felt it's very important for me to talk about. If I feel like if you have any type of platform or any type of voice on the internet, then you should use it. As you probably all know by now, Twitch, Ellen's basically co-host, honestly. I believe also he became a co-producer, executive producer. He was like the DJ. He's a huge dancer. Twitch took his life at 40 years old, leaving two beautiful babies and leaving a family behind. And social media right now is very impacted by this because you would have never guessed that Twitch was suffering, right? And I think that's something that we say about about most people that take their own lives. Um, this subject to me is very important because, as you guys know, my brother took his own life 10 years ago. And I I know what it's like to suffer in silence, especially on uh, holidays and, you know, moments where you know that people are together and families are united. And well, I mean, honestly, it could be just a random Monday as well. But I felt very strongly about making this video because I do read your DMs, and I do know that a lot of us are going through mental health situations. And I want you guys to know that even though you are physically alone, you're mentally alone, that you're not alone. There's strangers out there, even online, that will lend an ear, will lend uh, advice, will lend a virtual hug. You know what I mean? It it saddens me so much because I've been seeing people's TikTok reactions like, but he was so happy, like he had everything. He had the picture perfect life. He was a millionaire. It doesn't matter. You don't know what is going on up here with people, and that is why it's so important to check up on people. It's so important to check up on yourself, right? So important to make sure that you are okay as well, because we don't know what is going on. The happiest person in the world could seem so happy, could seem like they're having it all, and then they do this and you're like, what? So we have to learn to be there for people. We have to learn to be there for ourselves. When we are feeling in a dark place, we cannot linger there. We cannot stay there. We cannot test the waters to see how even in a darker place we can go, because trust me, I've been to the darkest place. And this is going to sound so weird, but once you're in the dark place, that sadness, that anger, that desperation becomes numb. And you just stay there because, at least in my experience, it felt better than to pretend. And because I have somewhat of a platform and a voice, I wanted to offer a little bit of advice and love and light to you today and tell you that you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are smart. I accept you for who you are. And I believe that you have a beautiful future ahead. I'm sure that those words that I just said you would want to hear from the people around you who you are dying so hard for them to show you some love. But until you do, I got you. And I never want anyone to feel less than, or that you have to pretend. When I say that put yourself first and be a priority, I say stop pretending. We pretend for others. We pretend to be happy for others. Stop pretending. Be your priority, which means that you will no longer pretend. If you are not feeling good, if you are feeling in a dark place, if you are feeling depressed, if you are having those thoughts, say it. Say it. Even to a complete stranger, say it. Depression can come in many forms. It can look very different. It can manifest in different ways. We could be depressed and not even know it. We could have these thoughts and in a second act on them, and then it's too late. So what I've learned with my experience with my brother is I've learned to speak on it. I've learned to talk about things. I've learned to express myself, and I've learned to be real with myself. Pretending to be okay is draining. And it is 2022, and it is okay not to be okay. Even the happiest man on TikTok, like Twitch was, with the picture perfect life, was not okay. So, someone that has it all, millions, the perfect family, the perfect job, everything, was feeling so helpless, so depressed, and so down that he did what he did. So I ask you today, stop pretending. Say it out loud that you are not well, that you are feeling sad, because the people around you, or even a community like ours, or the hotlines that you can call, they'll know how to hopefully guide you and help you. And once you say things out loud, they become less scary. So I'm going to leave some links in the description. I don't read comments anymore. I haven't for many months, after the horrible attacks that were placed on me. So I apologize if I don't read the comments, but I've learned that that is what I have to do to protect my mental health. You can DM me, but I do have to say that I do have my husband read my DMs before I do. It's just something that I do to protect myself. So he does pass along the good ones, and he does pass along. He knows that when one of you guys needs me, he knows to give me that message. So please feel free to DM me on my Instagram, and if I receive it, I will always be there for you. But we do have to put up our boundaries and also protect ourselves, and that is why I don't read comments. So but I do have to say that our community is so beautiful that we are never alone, okay? So I love you. I'm there for you. And please just know that you are worth smiling. You are worth living. You are worth loving. You are worth being loved. You are worth being respected. And you are worth being accepted. Okay? I love you. And please set a prayer for, Twitch and his family. That I know that they're really going through it. And also all the other families in the world going through it, please.